Good morning, students. Here, Neela ma'am from SKM Public School. Students, today I am going to teach you chapter number 3, that is Olympic movements. Today you are going to learn about values through Olympic. So first is here friendship. Students, if we glance at the various objectives of the modern Olympic Games formulated by D. Coubertin, we immediately come to know that D. Coubertin wanted to develop these values through Olympic movement. So he put his strenuous efforts to start the Olympic Games. In fact, there are many values which can be developed through the Olympic movement. So first of all, it's friendship. It provides opportunities to have friendship among players and countries, reaches to the citizens of more than 200 countries, and applies a fundamental humanistic approach. So the Olympic movement provides many opportunities to develop friendship, not only among the participants but among the nations also. When Olympic Games are held, the participants get close to one another. They become friends. The nations that have tense relations also come closer. China is one of the examples. Due to ping pong diplomacy, it started to participate in Olympic Games after a long gap. So Olympic movement provides ample opportunities to develop friendship. Then number 2 is solidarity. Olympic movements creates feeling of brotherhood among citizens of all nations. The Olympic movement also provides ample opportunities to enhance solidarity. It gives a feeling of brotherhood and unity among various nations. It creates cohesion among the participants as nations. Then third value is fair play. No favor or inclination towards any team. Rules and regulation apply to all. Check on performance enhancing substance. So up to some extent it can be said that Olympic Games enhance the chances of fair play. Fair play is based on justice. There should be justice for each player as well as the team. There should not be any favor or inclination towards a team. Rules and regulation must be applied fairly to each team. But in fact, there is a big gap between words and actions of the officials. Nowadays, every team wants to win by hook or by crook. The slogans like "Stay out for sports" and "Stay out of courts" and "Live by code or get out" have become useless as these are not followed in practice. Therefore, it can be said that the Olympic movement in this respect is not as successful as it should have been. Then, free of discrimination. No racial discrimination, no gender discrimination. Sportspersons are free to participate in any number of events. So, in the last objectives of the modern Olympic Games, it is said that there will be no discrimination on the basis of caste, race, and religion. So, the Olympic movement lays down enough stress on this aspect. That's why up to some extent Olympic Games are free from discrimination. At such an event there is no meaning of caste, race, religion or community. The Exceptions are always there. It happens during 1972 Munich Olympic Games when 11 players of Israel were murdered ruthlessly. Racial difference was seen during 1936 Berlin Olympics when Adolf Hitler refused to honor Jesse Owens, the African American athlete who got 4 gold medals in that Olympic Games. About the values such as friendship, solidarity, fair play, and free from discrimination, it can be said that the Olympic movement played a significant role in the development of these values. But there is also a negative aspect of Olympic Games which is also rampant. It seems that the dreams of Burundi, Coubertin are not going to be fulfilled. Countries have their own interests. Some of the countries take part in the Olympic Games just to prove that they are on the top and far better than other countries. These values suffered a setback when some countries of the world boycotted 1980 Moscow Olympics and 1984 Los Angeles Olympics. Perhaps Burundi, Coubertin never imagined such shocking events, but it does not mean that the Olympic movement has failed in developing the above mentioned values. We must have a positive attitude towards this movement. Nations must lay stress on the objectives of modern Olympic Games so that these values could be developed through the Olympic movement. Then, International Olympic Committee. So let's discuss about IOC, I for International, O for Olympic, and C for Committee. So it is the supreme authority of Olympic movement formed on 23rd June 1894 in Paris by Pierre Burundi Coubertin. Headquarters in Switzerland. IOC organizes summer and winter Olympic Games every 4 years. Every 4 years. Then, first summer Olympic Games in Athens, Greece in 1896 were held. First Winter Olympic Games in France in 1924. IOC started Youth Olympics in 2010. First Summer Youth Olympics in Singapore in 2010. First Winter Youth Olympics in Innsbruck, Austria in 2012 were held. The International Olympic Committee IOC is the governing body of the modern Olympic Games. It is committed to support and promote participation in sports throughout the world. The International Olympic Committee has its headquarters in Lausanne, Switzerland. It was created by Pierre Burundi Coubertin on 23rd June 1894. Greek Demetrios Vikelas was its first president. Its membership consists of 105 active members and 32 honorary members. The IOC organizes the modern Olympic Games held in summer and winter every 4 years. The first Summer Olympic Games by the International Committee were held in Athens, Greece in 1896, whereas the first Winter Olympic Games were held in Chamonix, France in 1924 until 1992. Both Summer and Winter Olympic Games were held in the same year. After that, the IOC changed the Winter Olympic Games to the even years between Summer Games to help space the planning of the two events 2 years apart from one another. Since 2010, the IOC has started to organize the Summer and Winter Youth Olympics. The first Summer Youth Olympics were held in Singapore in 2010, whereas the first Winter Youth Olympics were held in Innsbruck in 2012. So members of committee, the IOC consists of members from the various countries, which constitutes president, vice presidents, executive board and secretary general. The description of these members is as follows, like members of IOC, nominated persons from the member countries. Then president is elected by members for a term of 8 years, can be re-elected after completion of term. So the president of IOC is elected by its members. The president is elected for a term of 8 years. After the expiry of his term, he or she can be re-elected. The current IOC president, you will find out who is the current IOC president of IOC. Okay. So Thomas Bach has become the 9th president of the International Olympic Committee and succeeds Jacques Rogge from 10 September 2013. Then vice president. In the IOC, 4 vice presidents are elected. These officials are also elected by members of the committee. They are elected for a term of 4 years. They can be reappointed if members of the committee desire so. So vice president, 4 vice presidents are elected by members for a term of 4 years, can be re-elected. Then executive board, there is president, a vice president, 10 other members through election. So the IOC executive board consists of the president, 4 vice presidents and 10 other members. All the members of the IOC executive board are elected by the IOC session. All the members of IOC from various countries in a secret ballot by a majority of vote cast. The IOC executive board assumes the general overall responsibility for the administration of the IOC and the management of its affairs. Then the main functions of IOC: decides the date and place of the next Olympics, formulates and updates the rules and regulations of the games and events, promotes ethics in sports and education of youth through sport, ensures the celebration of Olympic Games, protects the independence of Olympic movement. Then acts against discrimination affecting the Olympic movement, promotes women in sports at all levels, fight against doping in sport, encourages sports for all, opposes political or commercial abuse of sport and athletes. So the functions of IOC were: the place where the Olympics will be organized is decided by this committee. The right to decide the days on which the games will be held also rests with this committee. For conducting the competition and general programs for the Olympics, fundamental rules and regulations are set up by this committee. It also encourages and supports the promotion of ethics in sports as well as education of youth through sports. It also ensures the regular conduct of the Olympic Games. It takes action in order to strengthen the unity and to protect the independence of the Olympic movement. It also acts against any form of discrimination affecting the Olympic movement. It encourages and supports the promotion of women in sports at all levels. It leads the fight against doping in sports. It encourages the development of sports for all. It opposes any political or commercial abuse of sports and athletes. So this is, you have learned today about Yes, development of values through Olympic movements, and we have learned today about International Olympic Committee. Students, you will prepare notes accordingly and try to watch whatever is being uploaded in the school app for you. So try to learn whatever is taught today. In the next video, you will learn about Indian Olympic Association, objectives of Indian Olympic Association, then about Dronacharya Award, Arjuna Award and Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award. Until then, you have to stay alert, stay healthy, mask yourself, take proper care. Presentation by Mrs. Neelam Jain. Thank you. God bless all of us. Thank you.